Hello student, in this video I am going to discuss about the role, power and function of the Prime Minister of Great Britain and his prestige also. So here you have to remind remember about one thing, that if you could have been a student before the year 2001, then you do not have to be very careful about the legislation of regarding this role, power and function of Prime Minister. But as you are a student of 2020, you have to be very clear about the act which has been legislated in the year of 2001 regarding the power, function, prestige and the office of Prime Minister in Great Britain. So it is one point, and then another one is that we all know that the UK is parliamentary democracy, and the parliamentary democracy is started from that country, and it requires two kind of head, that is one is the executive head of the nation and another one is the nominal head of the nation. So nominal or de jure kind of head means the theoretical head who in the name of which all the powers are actually being executed, and another one is the de facto head, which is actually reflects the original or the real ruler of the nation. So here it is the Prime Minister, who is a democratic person, are actually in the position of real head of the country. So there is a distinction between theory and practice, and Prime Minister comes the post of Prime Minister comes with the convention. As we all know that the Britain is actually largely depends on the constitutional convention. So the convention actually relies on that, and it is a convention which is a source of the all kind of power and function and prestige and all other issues regarding the post of Prime Minister. But it is the only before the year 2001. But in 2001, whenever the legislation comes out, then or not, it is very clear, and it is in the statute what would be the function of Prime Minister in Great Britain. Now, what is the legislation? The name of the act is the Prime Minister Office Role and Functions Act 2001. In this legislation, it is the definition, it has given the definition of the office, role of the Prime Minister, function of the Prime Minister, as well as the First Lord of the Treasury. And this enactment leads really to the clarity of the legal sanctity about the appointment, delegatory task and authority, all other issues related to it. Means the kind of power he has to deliver, the kind of authority he will be having, or the role he has to play, all these actually defined, all these actually are clearly mentioned in that law, because before that there is no such legislation which can put the thing in a very sanctioned way. So this law actually is a kind of sanctity to the authority of the Prime Minister, to the functions of the Prime Minister, and to the role of the Prime Minister. So the thing is that the law is actually for the clarity, that convention was there, but this law is very much dependent or very much relies or very much according to the constitutional convention, which was actually in the tradition, and they are also maintaining the tradition as well. All these things like appointment, term of the office, then functions, then other issues, everything has been discussed in that law. You have to be very clear about the law and the articles and the clause of the law. So that's why I have given the details of the law in your description box, so that you can go through the law, and you can also put the reference of the law as I put in the first point. Here you can see that how it has to be written. So you just go through the thing, go through the law, and you put the clause, reference of clause, subclause and article of that act, so that it can be a very good answer for your examination. So you just go through the details in your description box, and then you insert your law and other thing. So Bengali medium students are also requested to go through the law and quote that law, so that your answer should be up to date. Otherwise, so no one can say that you are a student of government college and you are very much updated with the law and all acts. So be very careful about that. It is my earnest request to you that you go through the law and also quote the law accordingly. So English medium students is having a little bit of less kind of problem, but in Bengali medium student, if they are having any problem, please call me anytime. So I will be here. And as you know that I'm always not available at phone, so but don't worry, you just wait for some time. Whenever I'm getting time, so I will ring you back. So now coming to the point is that the appointment of the prime minister shall be by the crown. But it is the only condition that that proposal should be come from the House of Commons within the 7 days of the general election or the death or resignation of the present or the serving prime minister. So crown is the authority to appoint the prime minister, but he is not the sole authority to appoint him, because it is not his or her discretion to appoint, but it is the kind of obligation to recruit him as per the proposal of the House of Commons. Then the term of the office, it is normally known to us that as India is also following Britain's type, so the prime minister's term of office is equivalent to the term of office of the term of the House of Commons. But in case of prime minister, he shall hold the office until the first meeting of the parliament, after which the House of Commons will consent on that okay, he is the prime minister and he is going to carry on like this. So before that kind of consent, no one can say that who will be the prime minister, but it is only legal issues, and we all know that prime minister is the senior most person of the party, so there is no issue of no confidence. But it is there in the law that if someday or if any point of time or if any moment House of Commons resolves that he is not in a confidence of them, so then prime minister shall have to resign from the office. Now, what are the functions? The functions, these are written in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this manner. But whenever you are writing in your answer script, so please go through the act and put the act clause and subclause of that act and give a kind of explanation of this thing. Do not write as I have written here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only the points I have discussed. I have rather a caption on that. So you just put a bit of explanation for each. Okay, the first one is to determine the policies of United Kingdom government. So the government is solely depends on the person who is the prime minister, and all the executive policies has to be determined by the prime minister, because he is the head of the nation and he is the most senior most person. He is the head of the cabinet, he is the head of the council of ministers, and he is the senior person in the party, so no one can object him. So it is he who actually determines all the policies regarding to the government and governmental affairs. Next is to communicate those policies. So he is the main person who is actually in a position of coordinating all these things. So after taking the decision, he is in that chair to give the thing to that particular kind of concerned ministry, so that they can carry on that kind of clause. So the clue actually given by the prime minister, and the execution and other details are actually rests on the department or the ministry concerned. So next one is to execute those policies. So how it has to be executed, or how the policies will be in the position of realization. So that is actually again to be decided by the prime minister. Next one is to decide the measures represent the legislative program of the state. That means that whenever House of Commons is going to introduce any kind of law, it is the prime minister who has to give that command that on which topic law should come out. So here, as he is the senior party member, he is the cabinet head and he is the head of the nation. So many of the time, or most of the time, he is actually deciding that who or which, by which, or on which topic a bill should be introduced. Next one is to decide the level and the application of the tax and the object of public spending. So here it is that on which regard tax should be collected, how much tax should be collected, on which regard tax can be relaxed. So these all issues are actually decided by him, and also the issue where the public money should expend, that object also is actually decided by the Prime Minister. Next one is that to recommend the appointment to the crown accepting his or her prerogatives. Means in which cases the crown has its own discretion other than the fields. It is the Prime Minister who actually recommend all the names for the appointment regarding the foreign or other services, then the defense services, then the name of the person who is going to get a award and all other similar things. He is actually in that position to recommend those. So it is not only the appointment, he is also recommending the people or name who actually going to have a good award from the government. Second, last one is the declaration of the international issues and the state emergency. Means any time if the Britain wants to have a war or to declare a war or to contract a treaty or any kind of game or something else which has to be initiated by recent times, say for example Commonwealth Games and other. So all these international and state related affairs actually it is in the hand of the Prime Minister, and also the means within the state also that what kind of status of the state is, whether it is a normal state or whether it is having the normal societal construct or it has to be declared as a emergency. So these also are actually solely in the hand of Prime Minister. But you remember that all those functions which I discussed in the last slide, that is actually mentioned in the act that I told you. But other than act also there are several actions or several tasks which actually he takes care of, and these are, say for example, he is the main spokesman of the political party of which he is a senior member. So as a party member he has certain duties. Next is the he is the coordinator of all ministries. Means all the ministries are actually having the collective responsibility, and it is not that they are, it is a really a teamwork. So he is the team head, he is the group head who is actually in the coordinating position, or he is actually coordinating the things among the various ministries. How far the function or task has been achieved, how far the objective has been achieved, what are the updates of the functions, and what the functions are still pending. So these kind of information he is actually passing through the other ministries. Actually it is all the ministries are dependent on each other, and the action of each one ministry actually depending on the other task already performed by the other ministry. So this kind of liaison actually is being maintained by the Prime Minister. Next is that he is not only a person of the government, but he is the main person who has to take care of his party's popularity among the mass throughout the governmental period, or throughout the session of his prime ministership. So he has to be very clear about this thing, that he has to maintain the kind of communication between mass and the government, and be very clear to them, so that people are not getting any way wrong about the government and the party and the Prime Minister himself also. And as he is the most senior party member, so he has to take care of the party organization also. But remember one thing, that all the powers and position, all these things, though it is mentioned very clearly in the act and regulations already come out, but the thing is that execution of the power, that means how much power or prestige he can enjoy, that depends on the personality. So you have to be very clear about the quality of the person, the faculty of the person, the kind of strength in that personality. Actually, these are the variants, these are the variables actually which leads to that level of enjoyment of his power, position and all other things regarding this. And as I told earlier, go through the description box, go through the law and the act and quote the law as you required, and don't forget to mentioning the clause and subclause of the law. Thank you for watching. Please tell me where you need more clarification, more explanation. For Bengali medium student, you can follow Anandi Kumar Mohapatra's book. Anandi Kumar Mohapatraর একটাই বই আছে, তোমরা সবাই জানো। আর যারা ইংলিশ মিডিয়াম স্টুডেন্টস তারা কেসি ভাইয়ের পড়তে পারো, তারা রাখৌরি চ্যাটার্জি পড়তে পারো, and there are several materials in net also, so you can go through the net. Whatever you feel, you just let me know. And this is for today. Bengali medium student, the book is very good, so you don't have to make your note by yourself. You can get it very proper way in the book itself. তাহলে বাংলা মিডিয়াম স্টুডেন্টদেরকে নোট বানাতে হচ্ছে না, শুধু অনাদি কুমার মহাপাত্রের বইটা পড়লেই হবে। আর যারা ইংলিশ মিডিয়াম স্টুডেন্ট তারা এইগুলো বই ফলো করো, আর তোমরা তো নেটে অনেক মেটেরিয়ালস পেয়ে যাবে। সো ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু চেক, হ্যাভ আ চেকিং বাই মি, সো সেন্ড মি থ্রু দ্য মাই মেল, অ্যাজ ইউ নো মাই মেল। তো মেলে পাঠিয়ে দাও, আমি চেক করে তোমাদের পাঠিয়ে দেবো।